Here's what you're getting today. A clean, no-fluff ranking of Honda's 2025-2026 SUV lineup, from big family haulers to efficient daily drivers, tested through the lens of real-world usability, comfort, tech, space, and value. There's an open loop here. The middle of the pack is where people make the wrong choice. So listen for the here's where it trips up moments, and then watch how the top two pull ahead with smarter powertrains, everyday livability, and the right kind of tech that doesn't get in your way. Number 5. 2025 Honda Pilot. The Pilot is the familiar family anchor. 3 rows, stout V6, and the kind of cabin flexibility that just works for school runs and weekend trips, especially with the stowable second-row center seat and big cargo numbers when you fold rows flat. Power comes from a 3.5-liter V6 with 285 horsepower paired to a 10-speed automatic, and if you tow, it's simply the Honda to get, up to 5,000 pounds with AWD, plus drive modes like tow, snow, and on ob-dod models, trail and sand for confidence when weather or dirt roads show up uninvited. You feel the weight, sure, but the ride is settled and the cabin is quiet. This is the everyone gets a seat, everyone gets their stuff solution that doesn't overcomplicate the mission. Now here's where it trips up a bit. The base trims don't wow with screen size and flash, and while wireless CarPlay Android Auto is available higher up, the lower trims aren't as tech luxe as some cross-shopped rivals at the price, which gives them a bit of a showroom disadvantage if you shop by screens first. Fuel economy is fine for a V6, but you know, it's still a V6 in a big box. Families doing long commutes will feel that at the pump compared to hybrid competitors. And Honda doesn't offer a Pilot hybrid yet, which feels like a missed opportunity given how good their hybrid systems are in other models. 4. 2025 Honda Prologue. Honda's electric Prologue is the I'm ready for EV life, but I still need a real SUV play, with up to an EPA-rated 308 miles of range on single-motor FWD and available dual-motor AWD for more punch and all-weather traction. Day-to-day, the ride is calm, the cabin is airy, and the regenerative braking adjustability is genuinely useful. One-pedal driving feels natural once you dial it in, and it reduces the stop-go fatigue in city traffic. Charging tops out around the mid-150 kilowatt range on DC fast chargers, which is fine, and home charging is straightforward with Honda's recommended kits, so you're set if your life fits the plug-in pattern. But let's be candid, performance is good, not thrilling, and the steering doesn't have the usual Honda feel that makes their gas models so easy to place on a winding road. You notice it on on-ramps and quick lane changes. Also, the real-world range in colder weather and at highway speeds tends to dip below the EPA number on AWD trims. So plan your charging with margin if you road trip often, especially in the elite AWD spec that's been tested around the mid-200s in range in prior model year conditions. And while pricing depends on trim, once you step into the well-equipped versions, you're nudging into premium territory without the corresponding surge in DC charging speed or class-leading acceleration, which some shoppers will notice when comparing against EV rivals. 3. 2026 Honda Passport. Now we're talking sweet spot. The fully redesigned 2026 Passport sits right between the CRV and Pilot, and it finally looks and feels like the rugged midsize 2-row it was meant to be. Boxier styling, standard AWD, and a cabin that borrows all the right bits from the Pilot, including a big 12.3-inch center display and a clean digital gauge cluster. Power is the trusted 285 horsepower V6 with a 10-speed automatic, paired with an AWD system that's been sharpened for quicker rear axle response, and there's a dedicated trail mode for low-speed off-pavement finesse when you just want to keep going past the last paved turnout. The drive is calm and composed, the seating position is confident, and this matters. The cargo area is legitimately useful, especially with the new generation's expanded space behind the first row for adventure gear. Inside, the details land. Physical climate controls, wireless smartphone integration, and trims that escalate logically from comfortable to genuinely plush in TrailSport Elite with heated and ventilated seats and Bose audio for the long hauls. Pricing has crept up. Hey, that's the market. But the Passport finally justifies the midsize two-row slot for people who don't want the size and third row of a Pilot, yet need more presence, power, and space than a compact. If your weekends look like mountain bikes, kayaks, or cabin roads, this is the Honda that feels built for that life without turning into a truck, and that's exactly the point. Number 2. 2025 Honda HR-V. Here's the honest charmer. The HR-V doesn't win spec sheet battles, but it nails daily life with a smooth ride, mature cabin, great visibility, and the kind of ergonomics that make commuting easy. Power is a 2.0-liter four-cylinder at 158 horsepower with a CVT. No, it's not quick, but it's calm and predictable. And with available real-time ADOBOD and snow mode, it handles bad weather better than the size suggests. Safety and driver assists are generous for the class. Collision mitigation braking, adaptive cruise with low-speed follow, lane keeping assist. So you get big car tech in a compact footprint, which is why this one is such a solid first SUV or city family car. The cabin is where it wins hearts. Smart storage, available dual-zone climate, a proper 9-inch touchscreen on upper trims, and seats that feel supportive on longer drives, which, matters more than another 5 horsepower you'll never use. Honda's suspension tuning gives the HR-V a composed, almost grown-up ride for its size, and hill descent control, plus hill start assist, add confidence on steep city ramps or gravel paths on weekend getaways. If you want the most speed per dollar, this isn't it. If you want the least stress per mile, this is the one that quietly aces the assignment. 2025 Honda CRV. This is the benchmark, full stop. The CRV blends space, refinement, and smart powertrains better than anything else in Honda's SUV lineup right now for most buyers, and that's why it lands at number 1. You've got 2 great choices. The 1.5-liter turbo with 190 horsepower that's smooth and efficient, or the hybrid with 204 horsepower that adds stronger low-end pull and better fuel economy without giving up the easygoing vibe that makes the CRV such a stress-free daily. The hybrid's 2-motor setup and eCVT deliver the feels-like electric in town, still quiet on the highway balance, and the real-time AD system is available across the board if you want all-weather traction. Inside, the CRV feels one size bigger than it is. Adult-friendly back seats, a cargo area that swallows strollers, luggage, or Costco runs without drama, and trims that scale from simple and durable to genuinely premium with leather, a power liftgate, wireless charging, and Bose audio on the top hybrid. Tech is modern where it counts. Wireless smartphone connectivity on select trims, traffic jam assist, and cross-traffic monitor, so you're safer in the situations that actually cause dents and stress in the real world. The drive character is what seals it. The steering is light but precise, the ride is settled, and the hybrid's instant torque makes city driving easy in that, this is nice way you only appreciate after a long week. Final thought. That's all for today.